Hi, I'm Glenn Everett, Master of Machines. Join us for part 2 of our insane tractor pull feature as we check out some of these wild and powerful beasts in action.
Well, this is where it all happens, the business end of this event, this 100 metre dirt strip. This is where these wild and powerful machines hook up to that big sled and try their very best to drag it down to that 100 metre mark. And believe me, some of them don't even get there. What can actually happen during the course of this event is the heat beaming down from the sun on the track and the wind actually dry out the top surface, creating this crusty-like effect. That's not so bad for the big tractors, they're very heavy and they'll still hook up. But the smaller tractors, they'll just wheel spin like hell on this stuff like concrete. And generally the track gets much better towards the end of the event, so at night time, it's absolutely superb. And these things hook up and sing like you wouldn't believe. Well, bucking hell. That's what this tractor's called, and she certainly does buck. We're with Brian Brown here. Mate, tell us about this weapon.
It's about 30 years old now. Dad and Uncle built it back in about 82, 83. Uncle drove it for about 15, 17 years or thereabouts. I've been driving it for about 10 years.
Tell us about the power plant.
350 Chev. Just last season upgraded from a single plenum intake manifold to single 850 on it to our tunnel ramp set up now.
And it's quite a popular name, this name, actually. when it comes over the PA, when it's announced, people are like, what did they just say?
Story goes when Dad and Uncle were building it and all the swearing and carrying on that was involved in building it, and they turned around and said, all right, that's got to go.
They just put a B in it in front of it and they were safe. They got away with it.
Only just though.
Tractor called Bare Knuckles, owned by Ray Pritchard here. Ray, tell us about this machine. She's certainly different.
She's got a Huey helicopter engine in it, a Lycoming 253 Jet Turbine. I'm the third driver in Australia and no one's yet tamed it. She's a bit of a wild beast down the other end of the track and makes quick work of most drivers. I advertised for a picnic driver because we have a picnic and didn't get any applications from the ones that have seen the videos.
No one's game enough, mate.
No, they reckon you have to have a decent set to drive it, but none of the blokes have got enough to have a go.
And I believe that, like with most of the jet-based engines, they tend to take a little while to come on, and then they come on like a house on fire. Is that right?
Absolutely. Yeah, when it comes on, it's just out of control. It just burns the track, and yeah, just a wild beast.
Unbelievable. What sort of thrust would this engine have?
It actually has 500 more pounds of torque than a 605 Mack truck.
Amazing.
And it's somewhere around 1400 horsepower, maybe out to 1800.
Mate, you definitely sound the part.
Yeah, it's gonna. Always got to check which way the wind's going. Is a good thing with it, and if the wind's going the wrong way, people tend to get a bit warm.
Barbecued as such.
Barbecue, yeah. Well, they've all been wanting to put their hot plates on it, but I won't let them. I don't want the fat dripping down there.
And stay tuned because coming up we check out this insane big block Chevy powered Holden ute. Well, you want serious horsepower? I think I've found it. This is Joe Cottam's Riverina Screamer. And Russell Loudon here's driving the vehicle this weekend, mate. Tell us about this absolute animal.
Well, it's 27 litres, it's twin turbo. The engines are virtually the same as what's in the Spitfire, the Merlin motor, but this one started life as a Meteor.
So we're talking a World War II sort of 1945 spec Spitfire fighter, a Warbird.
Yeah, well, that's what the Merlin is, but this one's a Meteor. This actually come out of a tank.
This is a detuned tank version.
Yeah, well, it's an upgraded tank version, yeah.
It was detuned until you guys got to it.
Well, very much so, very much. But Joe wanted to run the twin turbos, see, so having the supercharger there, he wasn't worried about. See, so what it does, it actually puts 28 pound of boost in when the turbos light up. We use 8 litres of fuel, 2 litres of water in a run. That's just to keep the turbos cool. Yeah, so we're trying to get around the 2,500 horsepower out of it. And besides that, I've really got it working well with the Motec fuel injection. The turbos, the new motor he's building is going to run it on methanol, so they're going to get rid of the radiator. So there's over 200 kilos in the radiator. So
that's a lot.
Yeah, and Joe's done a huge amount of work. He made all the quad cam gear to run because he found the cams out of the original ones, even the Merlins, weren't good enough to actually take the new valve springs he had to put in, because we're running 28 pound boost instead of about 14 pound like the aircraft used to run. So Joe had to spec it all up, and when he went to such heavy valve springs, he actually had to go to better cams and all that sort of thing, because he just destroyed those cams.
So just put modern technology into it. I mean, we all know that turbochargers are much more efficient than superchargers. You lose a lot of power driving the supercharger.
Oh, yes. Well, he had an email from a man in the States flying Mustangs, and he reckoned he was getting 2,000 horsepower at the prop, and he was taking nearly 700 horsepower to run the superchargers.
Wow.
Oh, that's huge. That's huge. Now, this bird, well, she gets up and really has a go when she wants to.
Well, the sun's gone down, the air temperature's dropped, and we all know what that means, don't we? More horsepower, especially with forced induction, even naturally aspirated. You'll see horsepower gains like you wouldn't believe, and the track surface is now absolutely perfect.
We can watch that, we can get rid of it and stuff there. Righto, turbines to speed, he'll throw it up on the transmission brake. Wind the turbo right up, there's a bit more fire for you. Want to get close and turn your eyebrows off, folks. Righto, he's starting to wind it up. We've got to get ready for the back end of this.
Well, here we are with Dirty Deeds. Woody, the owner of this car, mate, tell us about this beast.
Well, it's a 454 with a bit of work done inside the engine, and it's really built for just getting them wheels a tad in the air. If we can just sneak them wheels up 2 foot off the air, that's where we aim for. We've got to get them up there because the crowd like to see the other minis going on the other track.
They like to see daylight to see across to the other side, you reckon?
Yeah, I don't like to hog the view. We've got to get the view going on the other side.
You're just trying to help out, aren't you?
Ah, yeah, that's right. That's me, the Good Samaritan.
You're always off the dial, mate. This thing is screaming, it's revving hard.
Well, you've got to take your frustrations out somewhere. I'm not allowed to do this at home, so I just do it here. And I urge every male or every female out there that's got problems at home, they need to rev it out. Just rev it. Get on the track and do it.
Rev it up, mate.
Yeah, rev it up. And all you kids out there that need to do it on the track. That's where you've got to do it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And mate, what sort of RPM do you rev this big block to?
Got it set at 7.2. I don't like to take it any more than that because it's a little bit worn inside.
But she's still trucking along all right.
Oh, she likes to buzz on the limiter a bit every now and again.
Well, mate, thanks for talking to us, and I look forward to seeing you out there competing again.
Yes, and good luck to you, Glenn.
Thank you very much.
You're a great man.
You're
Keep
a
up the
great
good
man
work.
too.
Hey. They put in the Spitfire, called the Merlin.
That's it for us here at this tractor pull event. It's been absolutely awesome. Some of the machines and the power these things make is absolutely insane. And the drivers, no fear, absolute bravery. Some of the action out there today was amazing. If you want to get along to a tractor pull event, go to the Australian Tractor Pull Association's website, have a look at their calendar and get yourself down on one. I promise you, you're going to love it.